Alright, so today we're going to be doing a quick unboxing of the Bluetti AC200MAX. So this model is going to be a high capacity solar generator. It's basically right at the top of their lineup as their largest battery that's still portable. If you want anything bigger, you'll have to get one of their 2-unit systems where basically the inverter is separate from the actual battery, which means that you're going to have 2 separate things to carry around, which makes it a lot less portable. And the batteries for those alone are going to be about 79 pounds, which is not going to be manageable for most people. So this being their largest portable option is going to be a 2048 watt-hour system, which is expandable to a total of 4096, 5120, 6144, or 8192 watt-hours. Now you do need to keep in mind that if you go for their 4096 watt-hour or 6144 watt-hour expansion system, you'll be using their smaller B230 expansion batteries, which are only about 48 pounds each and are probably manageable for most people. If you go for their larger 5120 watt-hour or 8192 watt-hour expandable setup, you're going to be using the larger B300 batteries, which weigh about 79 pounds each and is not going to be manageable for a lot of people. Another thing with those smaller B230 expansion batteries is they're the same width and depth of this AC200MAX, so they're designed to stack together because they're the same size, compared to the B300 batteries, which are significantly larger and don't stack together. Now this unit on its own does weigh 61.9 pounds, so it's definitely not light on its own, but that's the trade-off of an additional few extra pounds for the way safer LiFePO4 battery chemistry. So this unit supports 2200 watts of continuous output with a 4800 watt surge through its pure sine wave AC inverter. For the battery chemistry, as I just mentioned, it's a LiFePO4 battery rated for 3500 cycles to 80% capacity, meaning you could essentially fully charge and discharge this system once a day for just under 10 years and only be down to 80% of the capacity. On top of that, LiFePO4 is way safer over the more common lithium-ion batteries, and it doesn't burn, it doesn't combust from heat, so it's just significantly safer overall. So I'm going to go ahead and open up this box and lay everything out for you to see what it comes with. Another thing I actually do want to point out real quick is the really nice packaging. I've seen a lot of people get these where they just get the box on its own, and in my case it came with corner protection as well as straps to really hold everything together, and it looks like it came in perfect condition. Alright, so as I mentioned previously, you are going to get these straps, at least I did on mine, so we're going to go ahead and cut those. And then we could just pop off all of these. We'll cut this open, and they taped everything up pretty well. And then inside, we have one more box. This is going to be the actual box for the device, so I'll go ahead and take that out. Alright, so here is where you'll get the actual retail type box for the product. And here on the side, it says AC200MAX, Bluetti. We have a 120 volt model because I'm in the US. And that's what it's going to look like. So let's go ahead and cut this open. And there we go. We're going to be greeted with some foam packaging, good quality foam. We got our manual, we got our power brick, and then we have our bag of accessories, as well as a little quality control certificate. And you go below this foam, there's our battery itself. So let's go ahead and get this thing out. So you're gonna get the battery, you're gonna get this bag, which inside this bag you're gonna get all your cables, which is gonna come bundled together nicely. If you go ahead and take that reusable strap off, you're gonna get a 12 volt to 24 volt cigarette lighter to XT90 cable, a MC4 to XT90 cable, an XT90 to aviation adapter, and then a standard AC plug for the power brick. Here you're gonna get your power brick. This is gonna be a 500 watt power brick. You plug in the AC on this side, and then you have your DC barrel jack, which goes directly into the DC barrel jack plug on the charging side of the Bluetti. You get some manuals, some quick start guides, stuff like that. So here on the front, you're gonna get your power button. You're gonna get a 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter plug, a 12 volt 30 amp output, 2 12 volt 10 amp DC 5521 5.5 millimeter barrel jacks, a 100 watt USB-C port, 2 USB-A 18 watt, 2 USB-A, which is 5 volt DC at 3 amps, 4 AC outlets under all these covers, and then you're going to get a NEMA TT30 30 amp output. Now this system only outputs about 18.34 amps or 2200 watts. So while you do get a TT30 30 amp output, which is commonly used for RVs, you cannot actually output 30 amps. You'll only be able to draw about 18.34 amps. Now at the top you're going to get 2 fast wireless charging outputs, which output up to 15 watts. And then on input, you have the 8mm DC barrel, which is going to be for your AC adapter, which can do up to 500 watts. And Bluetti says it will take 5.5 to 6 hours to charge for full. Or you can put up to 900 watts of solar through your aviation plug right there at 10 volts to 145 volts, which Bluetti claims it will charge the battery in 3 to 3.5 hours to full. And then here you have your two adapters for using expansion batteries. And then of course at the top here you have some fan vents, one on each side. So as for the screen here, you're going to get a lot of options. You're going to get your percentage, your inputs, your outputs, your controls for AC and DC. You got your settings you can change through for information like your outputs and everything. You can control Bluetooth to the app. And for the app, it's pretty simple. You just want to make sure Bluetooth is turned on in the settings built into the battery's display. And then you can open up the Bluetti app, and you can actually connect directly to the battery without needing to make an account, which is pretty nice. But if you do choose to make an account like I did, you will be greeted with this screen. You would click on Add a Device. The device would immediately pop up right there. You would click it. Mine is already bound to my account, so I can't do that. Then you go over to My Devices. Now you have your batteries here. In this case, I have multiple batteries, but you click on the one that you want, connect. Now you see 60%. It's going to tell you your inputs, your outputs, percentage, same way that it does built into the display. You can actually turn on your AC. You can also turn on your DC. You can go to the battery pack, and it gives you some battery information. It tells you the main pack, as well as your two expansions if you have anything hooked up. You also get a couple different settings. You can go in here, and you can see the name of your device. You can see the serial number. You can actually look at some manuals. You can share the device with other people if you want to allow them to control it. You can control how long it takes for the display to sleep on the actual battery right from the phone. And then you can also do your firmware upgrades. And if you go back, you're going to have data. You can see product information as well as your battery information. You can go here and see all the detailed voltages. If we go back, you could see data alarm. This is in case you get an overload warning or anything like that. And that's pretty much it for the screen. So I think that's going to be it for our quick look and unboxing at the Bluetti AC200MAX. If you would like me to go ahead and test the inputs and the outputs, just let me know in the comments and I will go ahead and do that. And if this is the type of product that you're looking for, I would recommend going with one of these. They do have some great prices through their eBay store. They also have refurbished models, which will give you a pretty good discount if you don't mind getting the refurbished one. Overall, it's definitely a little bit heavy. It's definitely fairly large as well, but it definitely does give you a lot of capacity. So I think that's going to be about it for our quick look at the Bluetti AC200MAX. Thank you for watching.